Considering Graduate School, presented by the MSU Career Services Network. Today, we're going to talk briefly about putting together your application timeline and financing your graduate degree. Because most programs will ask you to submit your application by early to mid-December, it's a good idea to begin a lot of your preparation work the summer ahead of that. In May, June, and July, you can wrap up the research you've been conducting on programs and identify any potential standardized tests you need to take so that you can determine how you'll prepare for those and register for an initial test date. In August, September, and October, it's a good idea to take that standardized test for the first and maybe the second time if you don't love the score, and then reach out to folks who might be willing to write you letters of recommendation to accompany your application. This is also a good moment to take time to begin preparing drafts of personal statements, getting your resume polished, and identifying potential funding opportunities that may have their own timelines for applying and submitting. In November, you'll want to take time to revise and fine-tune any personal statements you're preparing and getting your resume in tip-top shape. Make sure you've included anything you've been engaged in that fall on there too. And then make sure any transcripts you need to submit are ordered and ready to go. In December, you'll complete and submit your applications and then follow up as needed to make sure programs received all of the different pieces that they asked for. There are many ways to finance your graduate degree, and there's no one right fit for anyone, but we thought we'd outline a few today that you may encounter in your research. So first, there's assistantships and grants. These are usually program specific and in the form of some sort of stipend, salary, or even a tuition remission. Typically, you want to apply very early or be first in line to be considered for these types of opportunities because they're often limited in number. Scholarships and fellowships are financial awards that may be offered by institutions, companies, or even private benefactors. It's important to thoroughly research what's available in your chosen field so that you can make sure you stay on top of application deadlines for those. Many students rely on federal or private loans that they begin paying back after graduating. If this is a route you take, make sure you carefully consider all payment terms, including interest rates and length of loan payments. And finally, some companies will help offer to cover the cost of an employee's graduate education, usually with some limits or requirement that the degree is connected to the employee's role at the organization. An employer can confirm if support for graduate study is an offered benefit and what requirements might be attached to that support. If you have any questions about what's been covered in this short video or would like to make an appointment, please feel free to visit us online at careernetwork.msu.edu.